What's going on? It's your boy Eddie G.
What up, y'all? It's your homie. It's the Wolf.
It's the Wolf. What's going on, brother? How's everything?
Man, I'm living half living.
Half living? Oh,
Same old, same old.
It's all good. Hey, guys.
Working, trying to stay busy.
Yeah, grinding, maintaining, staying alive, trying to survive. That's all good. But hey, guys, what's going on? It's your boy Eddie G, and of course, Wolf is on here. So, we here to talk about the Suicide Squad. So before we get into talking about the movie, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel on Geek Social Lounge, and also join us on Discord on Geek Social Lounge, so you can look us up on that. So getting into it, we're gonna hit you guys with the spoilers. So Wolf did his video non-spoilers yesterday after he seen it, so we're gonna have to spoil it today because I saw it this morning. I had a good time, so we're here to talk about it. So before we even get to it, Wolf, you want to start off first, or you want me
to? We'll get a few seconds because you have a super fresh perspective,
right?
You just but if you guys saw the non-spoiler video between me and Sunny D, you can tell that we thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I guess I'm gonna go by the beginning and the actors and whatnot. So, the beginning of the movie was fucking awesome. What's the name? Pete Davidson. He had me dying when he thought Weasel was like a werewolf.
Yeah.
Into a werewolf. Oh shit! No. And Boomerang had me dying too, because I think they was asking what does TDK stands for, and like he didn't like want to go and tell them, and I think the Javelin guy, he's like, so your name is Letters, and Boomerang was like, everybody's name is Letters, dickhead.
That was some good dialogue, yo. It was just so funny.
Yeah, what his fucking accent? He was like, everybody's name is Letters, dickhead. But yeah, the whole first part, it was very exciting. I figured somebody's head was gonna get blown off. Of course, it had to be Michael Rooker's character. He got his head blown off because he got scared as shit and he said, "Fuck this." He just didn't care. But yeah, I didn't know how they were gonna play the whole Team A, Team B thing. I didn't know who was gonna be on Team A, who was gonna be on Team B. Mm-hmm. But yeah, all of Team A definitely got destroyed. I think only Harley and Rick Flag survived that.
Right.
And yeah, then they transition over to the real team of the movie that's taking everything in the movie. Best parts of the movie, the best actors of the movie is definitely Bloodsport. He made me a fan of a character I never ever heard about, and in a little bit that I did hear about him, I thought he was a clone of Deadshot, pretty much. But no, he's different. He is definitely different. King Shark, of course, gotta love King Shark. My man was just like hungry and
Peacemaker.
Sly Stone, he definitely did his thing with his very few words that he said.
he's like the DC Groot.
yeah, basically the one, DC Groot that'll bite your goddamn head off.
Mm-hmm. Has a taste for human flesh.
Yes, he loved it. Mm-hmm. Yep, indeed. Harley, of course. This is the best Harley that I've seen. Harley being the DCU. Birds of Prey was horrible. Suicide Squad was bad.
Mm-hmm. Could agree more.
Yeah. So this is like the best portrayal that I've seen her in. And I mean, basically, everybody did like a great job. It was a couple of deaths in there that I didn't expect to hit me that actually hit me, like Rick Flag. I did not give a shit about Rick Flag at all. Still don't in the comic books. I don't give a shit about him in the comics either. But this portrayal that I think the actor's name is Joel Kinnaman. He did way better. Which he's the RoboCop, the one that
yeah
people do not like. But
let's not even talk about that. Let's not even mention it.
Wipe that from our memory.
In respect of RoboCop.
But the guy as a actor, he's very good, especially on Altered Carbon. I don't know if you guys saw that on Netflix, but yeah, the way James Gunn directed him in this one was way better. He actually made you care about him and
gave him personality.
Yeah. The first one didn't get him nothing. He was just basic bread milk toast man. You didn't give a shit about him.
Mm-hmm.
He did. I mean, James Gunn, he did a real good job of making these obscure characters that you would never think that they was gonna put the screen, like make you care about them, like Ratcatcher 2, Polka-Dot Man. Polka-Dot Man was great. I was not expecting them to make me care about that character at all, but yeah, Polka-Dot Man was cool. He was kind of badass, kind of. It was just an all around great movie. Starro, the fucking effects were really good.
Amazing,
especially on King Shark. He really felt like he was really there. But yeah, I'll give the other points, but yeah, overall, this whole movie was a great start to finish. It's definitely, if not the second best DC movie that they have put out yet since. So, yeah, man, what did you think about it when you saw it today?
Bro, I had a good time. I told you earlier, I went by myself. I saw it by myself. It didn't matter. It's all about having a good time, regardless if you had a partner, a significant other, a group of people, and stuff like that. But I went by myself this morning. Had to catch up on this movie. I saw your feedbacks a little bit on Facebook, and I did watch some of your videos. I was out like crazy doing other stuff, so that's why I couldn't really watch some video. But I saw how amazing you and Sonny D was, and when you told me he stayed up from the movie, I was like, the whole entire movie? He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I gotta watch this. When I first saw that, because I don't always go by critics, reviews, and stuff like that. But when I saw it got near 100 on Rotten Tomatoes a couple of days ago, I said, man, that's a big jump. Because the first time they really did bad on their first Rotten Tomato rating. So when I saw how big it got from here and went like a step up, it showed you a big difference between the directors and the characters, or how you portray the movie. And it was different. When I saw this one, I tell you, I recommend everybody who hasn't seen it yet. Remember, this is a spoiler, but this is not like the first one. They made the first one look more like the appetizer, and this
I wouldn't call it that.
yeah, like little taste, but it's like, I'll try something else, and then you get a big feast off this. I love all the characters. Like you said, I love the beginning, how it started. Now it was funny because they had Amanda, what's her name? Amanda Viola Davis' character. Yeah, Waller. Like, you already know, she in the comic book, she's ridiculous, she's ruthless, she'll do anything to protect whatever she had to protect, and she don't care whose life is at risk, rather if it's a little child or whoever. That's just how she is. So Viola Davis definitely did a good job at it. Well, when I seen everybody who was working under her in the agency was placing bets on who he was gonna die, I was like, this is dark as hell. I wasn't prepared for that. I was not.
It was so funny when they all got caught.
It was like, okay, yeah, we'll come back in our next meeting. Yeah, everybody walking about like, and but when I saw that, I didn't expect it, but I gotta tell you that Amanda Waller, she's ruthless. Like, her plan, she literally used the Team A, of course, with Flag and Harley Quinn, the midst of that team, as a decoy. She didn't care if they was gonna put their life at risk after the fact that they did her mission before on the first one. Now she's doing it again, but she's putting them in a bad situation. I thought Michael Rooker's character was going to be a little bit like all throughout the movie, like just the way they portrayed in the beginning. But when he saw everything that was going on through the ambush, through the whole everybody's killing and how they dying and stuff like that, I did not expect him to freak out like that. it went left. He was like, about this shit. He didn't care if he had the bomb in his head. It was so crazy that he was like, after he was just so shocked going through that, he didn't care. She tried so hard to tell him, look, if you abandon this mission, I'm gonna blow your head up. He didn't care. He just went straight out.
He was hysterical.
Yeah, that was crazy. And the weasel thing, I could never understand the weasel. I could never understand that weasel. You know, when I'm like, who select these missions? Yo, what the hell? I'm like, yo, who select these missions?
That's how you can tell that they really did not care at all. They just picked anybody that said that they'll go do it, and the thing doesn't even speak English, so I don't even know how he agreed, but or they fucking thought that he agreed. But yeah,
I know what you're talking about. But yeah, Shark was a good relatable character too, because when you first saw Shark, you know, it's played by Sly Stone. He did his thing on it because he was the voice. It kind of reminds you of Groot a little bit when you see it, when you hear him. But he had more little, you know, words he say and stuff he was saying. But he can't help but to
eat somewhat.
Yeah, but he can't help but to eat humans. That's just part of the primal instinct, you know. And when I saw he was trying to eat what do you call her? Rat Girl? I don't even know her name. Ratatouille. They call her. They call her Ratatouille. I was like,
Rat Catcher too.
Yo, I was like, this ain't gonna go well. But when I saw when Bloodsport, I thought he was gonna kill him because he shot him. But then I was like, oh, is that lethal? But I guess it was like a. What you gonna say?
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that those were lethal, but like King Shark is super durable.
Yeah, yeah. When I saw that, I was like, yo, Sportsmaster got some weapons, man. I did not know like he could like attach and do all this stuff to put like hit away through his armor, his gear.
Did you say Sportsmaster?
Bloodsport. I'm so distracted. I'm saying Sportsmaster. I meant Bloodsport. Yeah, Sportsmaster. That's another show. But I like Sportsmaster too, but he ain't nowhere in there. I'm just messing up because I'm a little distracted. No, Bloodsport. Played by Idris Elba. You know, I loved him as, I think he was he had to be one of my first favorite character, and the second one is Peacemaker with John Cena. And, yeah. John Cena. They have funny parts. Like, I don't want to go too far into it, but I just want to talk about Bloodsport first, because the way that the whole design they made. If you look at the comics of how Bloodsport looked, between how James Gunn had his own image and design in the movie, it's totally out of his rockers. It's totally different. And the way they made him was so cool. Like, I would buy the action figure toy in a heartbeat, because he was so dope. I love the helmet. I love the significance of it and how he's able to like if he takes it off, it automatically comes off, or it like some way it like does like technical mechanical thing. Yeah, so I kind of like that, but I definitely like with his whole feud with Peacemaker. I was gonna say Peacemaker. I'm all over the place, but Peacemaker, because you know they hired pretty much the same guy that does pretty much the same thing. You know,
I mean,
yeah, that was funny.
It was a purpose for that.
Yeah, that was funny, but and then you could see that they was trying to one off each other. When they found out Flag was captured, and their next mission was to get him. And they was killing freedom fighters, and they didn't even know it.
That was probably like my favorite scene, I think.
Okay.
I think because that shit was just hilarious. I could have did without the penis, but everything else was great.
My man came out that.
I was just like, man,
I was like, yo, you got the rest of the people out here, and you coming out of the freaking whatever house or whatever little build, whatever you coming out of, drinking beer.
Comfortable as hell. Just dick swinging.
My man said, "I'm free." That's why they call them. That's why they're freedom fighters. They fighting for freedom. They trying to take their country back.
Man,
this movie is dark. This movie is very dark. Somebody asked me. Yeah.
No, I was saying like the movie. You like you know that is rated R. But you forget what rated R means, because it's like I don't know if it's just me, but I haven't seen like a rated R movie in a while, and this movie definitely is rated R, and I was like, oh yeah, this movie is rated R.
Yo,
it was just a breath of fresh air, but
it was different. I don't know what was the rating on the first one. You know,
it had to been
a little different, because even when
it had to been PG-13, because
yeah, you don't remember being that gruesome.
Was it like bloody? I don't remember being like this one.
I think James Gunn really did his thing. I'm not gonna take too long in the video to talk about all the characters, because then that's just gonna. I'll talk about some of the scenes that I liked. Definitely was that. It definitely was the party when they had to infiltrate that the thinker, the dude, and then they had to go to the nightclub that they know he goes to, and then when they all went there, and Flag was like, "Oh, we should drink," and then I think it was either Peacemaker was like, "Yeah, he was ordering rounds and stuff," and he was like, "Hey, one for the rat too," and the rat was just looking like, "Yeah, where's my cup?"
With my cup.
I gotta tell you, I think it was Rat Catcher. I think that's what her name was. But
yeah, I told you her name was Rat Catcher.
I'm sorry. I went past. I just had to remember. But Rat Catcher, she about to overcome my fear of rats. Like, cause I felt him.
Yeah.
I felt Bloodsport. Like, come on, like even we all scared of rats. I had a couple of nights ago I was scared of rats. I had
being from Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah, don't mess around with rats. Like, come on. She was like, "Why you don't like rats?" I'm just like, this is why I don't like rats. How dare you ask me that question and think.
All right.
Just
stuff, but
I was like, I ain't that. Hey, listen, I'm broke, but I ain't that broke. I ain't that poor living that life, around with rats. Nor do I ever want to. I was like, yo. Then they try to get Bloodsport to get into the rats, but nonetheless, I did. One thing about James Gunn, he was so smart that it's kind of like the Snyderverse, because the reason why I say this, because when he did the Snyder cut, he made sure everybody understands the characters. He gives them a little origin story and tells them their whole stories or issues they had. So he goes down the line, and then every parts of every character is relatable, or you can understand or sympathize from. And like her, for example, where her father building that technology, whatever that device is that that controls rats. I mean, that was a big part of her life, and being a part of her father was pretty cool. Sad how that happened between her father passing, but then, Bloodsport goes about his father, and then he talks about, hey, I had been put to a bad position with my father where he locks me in a closet, and I could hear rodents, and getting bit by rats is not really a thing I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. Yeah, so it was kind of cool, but I was like, yeah, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, I'm not into rats. When I first saw it, the whole trailer of her, I thought I wasn't gonna like her because of that. I thought I was like, a rat girl. I am not into rats. I can't get into her. but after watching her and even getting to the rat, the closest one that's to her. I kind of liked it better. It was actually like watching Ratatouille in a way, because you know nobody like rats, but when you see Ratatouille emotionally, it kind of gets you. But yeah, man. What's his name? Polka-Dot, the guy that shoots Polka-Dot, man. Yeah, he's the funniest one out of the whole bunch. Yeah, I don't care. I mean, he got his whole mom in his mind. Like, that's gotta be the scariest thing to ever happen, yo.
He really hates his mom.
Yo, after what she did, I would have too, but not that crazy. I'm like, I don't know if it scientifically messed him up, like that's why he does it, or mentally it kind of broke him. I don't know, or maybe he learned to adapt.
Or it mentally broke him being experimenting on mom. So
that was crazy, man.
The way that they did his powers, like I was not expecting that. Like I was trying to see like how the hell are they gonna make a dude that shoots polka dots cool, but them having them like be gross on him that he has to expel like twice a day. Like that's really like, interesting. And him, he's all like suicidal and like crazy and shit, just saying crazy. Like yeah. So yeah, James Gunn, he definitely did that with him.
Oh, he made them all relatable. I like it. There was nothing I hate about the movie. You know, I'll get across because you know John Cena is one of my favorite wrestlers. So you know, I always play around and joke about him a lot, especially when we watch the WWE and stuff.
John Cena was there.
Yeah, you know what? When I think about it, he wasn't there at all. He was not there at all. But he did a good job as Peacemaker, as Big Brolic, and you know he's getting his game on point with his acting skills. He's funny, he's relatable in a way, because I say relatable because he's doing things thinking it's the right reason, even though it's kind of twisted. Like that part where he said, "Oh, I'll kill any man, woman, and child." You know, we thinking that he's just saying to be like, you know, jokingly in a sick way, but he is serious. He'll kill any man, woman, or child if he thinking that it creates peace in the world. Yeah.
Hence is why he is a villain.
Yeah. Like,
he's fucking good.
Exactly, and he thinks he's doing the right fucking thing. I was like, yo, this guy kind of twisted, but the way he's killing people too, that was sick too. And it was like, yo, that's crazy. I'm like, I never heard of Peacemaker. I might have heard about somebody talk about him in the comics, but I didn't know how Peacemaker really was. But then when I seen how he played him, I was like, man, this is fun. He's funny for that role, to be like a narcissist in a way, but he's doing things for the right reasons, but he's really really wrong, but because look where he's at in the first place. He's in prison, and now he's got a chip in his head. Whatever got him there, you know, put him there. So now he's thinking that, well, I'm doing missions to help protect this country and stuff. So I like that thought of him. But that whole scene with the tighty whities, that was crazy.
What he said? He said, "Oh, blood boy." He was like, "And why are you in your tidy whities?" He's like, "Well, that's racist." I was, what?
Yo, my man was like, "Yo, what you coming out here with the tidy whities?" And he was like, "That's racist." That's racist.
So dumb, but yeah. This is probably like his best performance. I don't really watch John Cena in movies. But like, you know, from what I've seen, he's only been like comedies and little small roles here and there. Yeah. But this role right here, he thoroughly entertained me. Like, you know, and it was real interesting that he turned out to be like the villain, one of the villains.
Yeah, that was like a sad. Somebody had to turn. I mean, and so of course they had to pull that in the role. But yeah, we wasn't expecting that. Like when I see. You know? Yeah,
but you know, out of like everybody, if somebody was gonna do that, it was gonna be his character because he does.
Yeah, because it protects America and his image. So he's trying not to get that out, you know. And he follows. It seems like he just follows orders. You know, whatever he's told, he do. So that's what really got him, and that's why fucking Wanda was like, that's like that end credit scene when he was in the hospital and that nurse was speaking highly of him. That's because that was in the image of her putting that he's a hero. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what she was saying. Oh yeah, I heard that he saved the country, and then they was like, oh, that's what they told you.
Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit. But you know,
that was bullshit. He was trying. He was about to ruin that country.
Throw up all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was like, wait. So like, you know, this was like before they showed the whole end credit scene. I was like, so if they killed him, how the hell are they gonna have a show about him on HBO Max unless it's gonna be a prequel, which I don't want to fucking see. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
But they show that he's still alive, so it's gonna be more interesting to see where he goes from this point on.
From there, instead of looking at an origin story about him.
Yeah. I really don't care to see that. Like, how did he get the toilet on his head? Like, I really don't care. But,
that's not a toilet. That's a symbol of justice.
Right, but you know, they like, you know, I was saying like if it was gonna be two people that didn't die, this whole movie was gonna be Harley and Peacemaker, because I know that he was coming out with a show. So I was like, oh shit, they really killed him, but it didn't turn out to be that way. But he definitely did his thing, and good.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say bravo to them because they really did a good job. And I mean, that's it for me. I don't have nothing much else to say because I enjoy it left and right, you know. And
go see the fucking movie.
Yeah, y'all haven't seen it. What y'all doing on here, man? Go see the movie, man. We can talk about it. You know, comment if you guys seen it. Let us know what you think about it. What's your favorite moments? What's your favorite hero, super anti-villain? What's your favorite scenes and stuff like that? I have a lot. You know, especially Harley Quinn and how twisted. I was not thinking that part where she was gonna kill El Presidente at that time when he said about what he was planning on doing to the civilians, including kids. And when he turned around and she shot him, I was like, damn. And it was like, yo, she said that was her pet peeve. So I was like, yeah, so she does have a line she don't cross. Of course, it's Harley Quinn. She's still in a way. She's crazy in her own way, but she got to break. She's got a line. You know, she's got a code, and killing kids was one of them. And when my man was like, he's like he'll take women, family, and children and put them into the facility where, you know, they're gonna guarantee die. That's when I was like, okay, all right. But I feel like if he wasn't gonna say that or whatever, and just treat her good, like, you would have never, like, they would have stayed, they would have got married and everything. I thought that part was crazy. And that staff, I don't know what was the deal with the staff, but I guess it was huh? What you gonna say?
You talking about Javelin's weapon?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was just a way for her to go and use a different weapon. That's all I really think, because like, it was no real purpose for the staff. I mean, they just, I guess because they didn't have the Javelin character survive long enough to do anything cool, they said, well, why don't we have
just give them the staff. So I was like, I seen that part when she was coming out after she killed and she was getting away and she saw the staff. I was thinking like the special effects that they was doing with the anime, with the animated flowers and stuff. I was like, is that from the staff or it was just her mentally? I didn't understand.
That's what they tried to do in Birds of Prey and fucked up at. This one they actually succeeded. Like it seemed way better in this one than what they tried to do in Birds of Prey. But yeah, that was just Harley's. You know, that's the way that she sees things. She doesn't see like her really killing people like that. That's why she.
Oh, that's why she has the flowers, the birds, and stuff like that, and rainbows,
blood and guts,
and stuff. In actuality, okay, yeah, that was the only thing that got me. But yeah, man. So we're gonna get down. We're gonna come down to the rating. So I'll start it. I'm gonna give it a 10. I enjoyed everything about it. I didn't hate anything. I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen with Peacemaker and further on, especially at the end with the Weasel. I saw the Weasel finally came out after we thought the Weasel was dead for good. So I don't know if
he lives. Thank God.
Yeah. Even though he killed like 20-some plus kids.
Yeah.
But he lived. But yeah, I give it a 10. What about you, Wolf?
Well, if you guys saw my non-spoiler review, I believe I gave it a 9.5 out of 10.
9.5.
But as I come to marinate on the movie more, it it was a little parts that kind of slowed down, like the whole side mission with Harley trying to get married to the old dictator before she started killing people again. That was a little slow for me. But yeah, those other parts that made me when I was thinking about it, that I enjoyed it a lot more running back to it, like the whole competition between Bloodsport and Peacemaker and stuff like that, little tiny parts. So I think I'm gonna bump it up to a 9.7 out of 10.
9.7. Okay, so we got a 10 and a 9.7, man. That's what's up, man. So that's what we rated. It was a great movie. I hope you guys checked it out. If you guys haven't, go watch it. It's out now in theaters. We enjoyed it. I hope some of you enjoyed it. And like I said, hey, post up on your comments what you think about the movie. If you like it, you hate it, what's the best parts, what's some of the parts, even Easter eggs. Like, come on, man, post up something we might have missed.
It's plenty Easter eggs in there.
I'm sure, post some of that, because I know I missed a lot. I was just entertained by what was in front of me. So yeah, please like, share, and subscribe, comment too, and subscribe to our channel. This is your boy Eddie G.
It's your homie the Wolf,
and we out. Geek Social Lounge. Check us out for furthermore in our other videos. Peace.